Morning folks. Well, another Saturday rolls round and having another sterling week. 3 more generals. How I'm going to keep up this pace, I do not know. Well, as we know, it's summer and there's so much stuff to do in the garden, and the hosepipe ban started on Friday, so watering the flowers takes so much longer. Ah, dear. But I carry on painting. We've got 3 Swedish Great Northern War generals here. Figures are by Ebor Miniatures, and the horses they are riding on are Essex Miniatures. Nothing special, just 3 generic generals wearing standard Swedish sort of mid-blue coat and shabrag and holster covers. I've got them in buff gloves, and they've got yellow facings, or yellow and gold facings on the large cuffs, and mostly gold facings on the shabrag and pistol covers. Yeah, so. Okay, first guy is, he's not as frilled up, so he's I'm assuming sort of lesser officer, sword drawn, blue coat, not as much frill, not as many frills, etc. He seemed to have a second line shabrag. I'm just pulling a bit there, so I've painted that red. That seems to have been a colour used sometimes. Yeah, we often have crowns and a cluster of 3 crowns on pistol flaps and shabrags. I've just done a sort of 3 dots. They're so tiny, I don't think they'll really show up. I do like the way the coats worked out. I've used a dark blue, medium blue, a wash, and then highlighted again with a medium blue. As it's an officer general figure, lots of gold trim and gold trim on the triangle. Okay, next guy, a bit more trim on him, so perhaps a more senior officer. Yeah, a bit more gold trim showing, and quite a bit of gold trim on the back of the coat. Scan around there. Gold trim on the hat. He has got what would you call it? A small bow / rosette. I don't think that's normally typical for Swedish, but it's on the figure, so I have painted it, as they say. Yeah, and he's or shouting orders or something similar. And the last guy, general officer type with a telescope. Looks like a telescope to me. Again, very ornate. Put the little dots to represent crowns on the holster flaps and the shabrag. He's got a gold sash, which I think is showing up there, and gold braid on the back of the coat. Yeah, as you can see, the gold, whatever they're called, I'm not sure, look like false pocket flaps. And we'll come round, and he's got a gold sash. I've used brown undercoat for that. I use a brass for gold, a sepia wash, and then I've actually put some red tassels, which apparently was typical or atypical, or could be for Swedish. Yep, so that's the last guy. Oh yeah, he's got the small white rosette. I've painted the rosette because it's actually on the model. Gold braid on the hat. Okay, yeah, so all 3 figures are wearing the long wigs. Not normal for Swedish. They like to keep it trimmed neat, but there's nothing I can do about that. It's on the model. But apparently they didn't go in for the powdered wig, so I've just gone for basically browns, 3 shades of brown wigs. Okay, so that's my 3 generals painted. I'm working on a unit of a staggering 6 mounted dragoons, Russian dragoons. I hope to have those finished later today, and then that video will be up on Sunday if I can get my finger out and get it sorted. So, okay, thanks for checking in, and bye for now.